Ladies and gentlemen, the last Mission Impossible movie is finally upon us. After decades of dominating the action movie industry, Tom Cruise is finally going to be taking his leave. Now, the final trailer of Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, just released earlier today. As we know, this is the final movie of the Mission Impossible series. I am super sad, but I know that Tom Cruise is going to go all out for his last one. Looking at some stuff that I really liked from the trailer, I feel like the action scenes were absolutely perfect. Although they just gave us clips and little snippets of it, there was really a large variety of them. Most notably, there's the plane scene where it's him in that little biplane, as well as the submarine, him having to go deep sea scuba diving in order to reclaim the AI chip that we saw in the previous movie, as well as the aircraft carrier scene, which was definitely an homage to his other movie series, Top Gun Maverick. I feel like these action sequences are just going to be on go all the time throughout the movie, and I'm so excited and all here for it. From the trailer, it looks like this movie is really going to focus on tying up loose ends that were introduced in previous movies, such as Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, that brought up elements from the earlier movies that weren't really explained and kind of just seemed like they made them up on the way, and so I'm looking forward to the story seeming a little bit more structured than before. Continuing with this train of thought, the flow of the story also seemed a lot more complete. Like, it seems like there's much more of a backbone in this story than the previous movie, which I was definitely concerned about when I felt like, Tom Cruise is trying to smash as many action sequences as possible and not really crafting a beautiful story that he has in the previous Mission Impossible movies. But it seems like in this movie he will be returning to his previous form and really have a nice central story to keep the audience engaged for the entire time. I feel like the story in this sense has become a lot more grounded and will be easier to follow when we're watching it and not just random action scenes. As far as what I didn't like, it did seem like there is a lot going on. Although there is this clear centralized story that was missing in the previous movie, I do feel like based upon the action scenes, there's just everything going on. I do think it will take a very skilled writer to really connect all of these in a well thought out story, but I have faith that Tom Cruise can do this, as he's proved time and time again. I do feel like something that kind of irks me is that they have this theme of switching out the older women for younger actresses, which, I mean, honestly, I just feel like that's kind of doing the older actresses dirty, but you gotta fit to Hollywood, you gotta fit to the audience and keep, a new set of actresses and actors coming through, which I feel like is interesting, but I feel like it kind of takes away from the story because we know that, the actors that we've loved for so long will die, and it's just like, I feel like the reasoning isn't really there. Like, I didn't like Elsa dying in the previous movie, but it's, oh well, we have the new actress and that's what we got to deal with. I feel like potential routes for this movie based upon the trailer is, as I alluded to, Tom Cruise will definitely have to do the ultimate sacrifice. I think this is a really plausible ending since he's had 10 movies of absolute brilliance, and honestly, if they keep him alive, he will make another one. Trust me, guys, he will find another reason to keep bringing himself back. He does not like killing himself off in movies, and so I feel like he'll probably just like be somewhere else, just like retire of old age. I do think that Luthen and or Benji will sacrifice themselves. I mean, in the previous trailer, we really had Luthen having this soliloquy talking about he doesn't regret anything, and so I think that he might just like, have to kill himself in order to save everyone else. But I do feel like one of the three characters we've loved for so long will not be making it out of this movie. I do feel like the torch will be passed into the younger generation in this movie. I think that Mission Impossible is such a great idea, such a great topic and theme that a lot of people have really felt compelled to enjoy and really see these movies time and time again. The fact that they're on movie like 10 and they're still going strong with such a big audience proves that they're not going to want to throw away this audience. So I think that there'll be some sort of passing on the torch, whether that means a new name change for the movie series or whatnot, but I don't think this will be the last that we see of the Mission Impossible universe. And I really do feel that this movie will be the most intense out of all of them, based upon the action scenes and just Tom Cruise putting his heart and soul into this whole movie series. He's gonna want to end with a bang and go all out for it. I'm truly feeling so exhilarated right now. I feel like there's just so much that's going to be happening. It's going to be a sensory overload, but I love it. It will allow me to rewatch the movie again and again and again and really see things from a different light every single time. Really like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, where you just pack everything in there and it really requires a second viewing to actually understand and let that knowledge knowledge and what you're seeing permeate through your brain of what you just watched. I need this movie now. I'm so glad that it's just a month away. It's right there. I'm gonna be in there opening day in the front row watching this movie. As far as next steps for me, I'm definitely gonna rewatch some of the previous Mission Impossible movies. My favorite ones are Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout, so I'll probably tap into those and just remind myself of the brilliance of Tom Cruise and the Mission Impossible universe. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, I will see you next time.